One thing they're gonna do at this gym is give you a dyno. What up, it's your girl Tiff B First, back with another episode of 99 Problems. And I just want to be honest with y'all. I know this is shocking, but I was not the most responsible climber when I first started going outdoors. Now, I'm not going to go into each and every leave no trace principle. You can check out the link below. If you want to be a responsible climber, you should be a responsible climber. Take a look at all of those aspects of leave no trace for climbers before you head outside. But what I am going to do is talk to you about 3 things that I personally don't feel like I was really aware of. I mean, the reality is when you get into climbing, you get so hyped and you just want to go climb. But who's going to think, let me look up these leave no trace principles when you don't know that that's a thing? Now, I know some climbing gyms are doing leave no trace workshops or gym to crag workshops and are trying to educate more gym climbers. Even though I didn't start in a gym properly, I did kind of start bouldering heavily in a gym. And so a lot of these leave no trace principles, while they could cross over to rope climbing, it is very specific to bouldering. I'm just going to talk to you about what I experienced. I figure I should start on the overhang wall since I never have energy to do anything on here at the end of my climb. Whew. This is actually my favorite wall. Okay. First things first, do your research. I have this thing that I like to call hike the crag, where before I even climb at a climbing area, I just hike it. This allows me to kind of scope out the boulders. This allows me to possibly find some friends and people to climb with, especially if I only have one pad. But also it gives me an idea of how the area is, so how I should be prepared to come out. Now, you could probably find some of this information online before you get out there. There are websites, I'll link some below. Every climbing area should have a website or a local climbing organization that advocates for that site, that will have leave no trace principles specific to that area. So things such as, are there restrooms? How is the parking? You know, because at the end of the day, a lot of these areas are just getting more and more overpopulated. So I can't stress enough to really research the area you're going to be climbing, because you don't know what is allowed and what's not allowed. Can you go to the bathroom outside in that area? Because if they don't have bathrooms, sometimes you can't just pop a squat. Now, I did a video years ago about how to poop outdoors. but sometimes you gotta take that back with you. I have a ton of these bags. I use these for my snacks. I use these for picking up trash, taking back my trash, all the things. So just be aware that there are specific things to each and every climbing area. And if you are going to be climbing internationally, there are some things that you should know and things that I had to learn the hard way, AKA being DM'd by someone who saw me not being a responsible climber. Not intentionally, I just didn't know about that area. These holes are terrible. Absolutely terrible. Not those though. Oh, that last hole is good. Thank God. I was scared, y'all. So scared. The second thing that was hard for me to wrap my head around was accepting that climbing outside is not climbing in a gym. There's not going to be anywhere for you to lock your things. So you have to be mindful where you place your things. You don't want to block the walkway. I had to accept the really, really hard fact that there isn't music. And I cannot be the DJ and play Kendrick during my attempts. And the hardest thing is that I can't invite every single person that I met at a climbing festival to come climb outside with me. You know, it is a very intimate experience. It is something that a lot of people do, and we are just trying to manage and navigate how to keep these places around, how to minimize erosion, all these different things. And so it's not a gym. And if you want to climb in a gym, go to the gym. All right, this is me attempting to step my game up. I don't know if I can project this. It is dual text, and I don't know if I can flash this. It's definitely not my intent to flash today's problems, but I'll take it.
The difference is you're focused. That's all the difference was. That's all the difference is that you were focused. Stay focused.
Oh, God. How do I get down? Oh. Yes. Oh, that was hard. Can you hear my heartbeat? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The last thing that I used to do that I am saying personally for me, don't believe it is being a responsible climber. Now, this is gonna be semi-controversial, but I think the truest way to try to leave no trace is to use liquid chalk only outside. I get it. It may not work for everybody. You may not like it. It may not give you the grip that you want. But I personally just, loose chalk is almost impossible to get off the rock. As someone who has hosted many a trail day, has volunteered many a trail day, and tried to clean off tick marks and excessive chalk, the reality is people are not wiping off their chalk after they climb. And I have just taken the personal morale to only use liquid chalk outside. I do like the concept of it being as if I was never there. And when I use liquid chalk, it doesn't wipe all over the place. So I'm not asking you to do that. I'm just saying that these are things that I did that if I could go back, I would change, because I do want these areas to be around for a very long time, you know, despite how these areas were established, despite the nuance of America and everything else. I love climbing outside, and I can't wait to get back outside. And so I just wanted to talk to you about some outside things. So I hope some of these resonated with you. I'm curious if there are some things that you did that you would think is considered not being a respectful climber or not leaving no trace, that you would be courageous enough to mention in the comments, or just things that you've seen or that you would suggest. You know, we're all here to learn, and at the end of the day, you know, just be respectful of how you help educate people, and I think it'll be received. So, in the meantime, between time, see you next climb. Peace.